I will introduce you, and then yeah, I have a couple questions for you.
You want me to look at the camera or look at you?
Maybe both.
Okay. Okay.
Right eye to the camera and the left eye. Hello sob, this is Moldy from Hawaii, Maui, and as you can see, I'm usually not opening a video with English because we have a really special guest. This is Mr. Kedar. If you are an old subscribers, we actually have an interview with you like maybe 4 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This is Mr. Kedar Kondap. Your position is still the same? Is VP for product management?
Yes.
What do you do in Qualcomm VP product management for?
Sure.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for having me on your channel.
Again.
Again. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I manage product management at Qualcomm, which is I'm responsible for all the different tiers of Snapdragon portfolio. So 200 all the way to 800. So it's very exciting. 200
to 200 and
200, 400, 600, 700, 800.
Now 800. Now 800 at last. How long you are in Qualcomm?
I've been in Qualcomm since 2007.
2007. So it's more than 12 years. So are you happy in Qualcomm?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's an exciting place to be. I mean, we have a lot of stuff going on at Qualcomm, so it's very exciting.
Is this your dream job?
It is.
It is
actually.
It is.
I mean, you get to work on the coolest technology.
Yeah.
You get to work on new products. You get to shape the world. So yeah, it's definitely very exciting.
Okay. So let's talk about. I've already seen the Snapdragon 865 and the technical specification of it, but I'm not getting any further explanation for the 765. Can I talk with you about it? Okay. The first one is Snapdragon 765 have a really different but unique setup. Like for the CPU, it has one prime core, one performance core, and 6 efficiency core.
Correct.
But 765 using the 7 nanometer UEV. I mean, it's more advanced than the 865. Is it correct? Am I correct? No.
No, I think both 865 and 765 are in 7. You know, obviously the 865 and the
but modem, using the TSMC.
Both 865 and the modem X55 is at TSMC, and 765 is at 7 nanometer with Samsung. You know, honestly, from a physics perspective, it's just a couple of layers that are different. So when you look at different power, performance, or PPM metrics and stuff, they're actually very similar. I mean,
it's actually very similar.
From an end user perspective, it won't make a dramatic difference, right? For us, it's just a question of ability to have a balance between and scale. And then
we're going to the 765, still in the 765. Why there has 2 versions of it? Like there's a G and the non-G. Why?
So if you look at
you did.
So when we launched some of the products in the market, gaming is obviously a very, very important aspect. Gaming seems to be becoming more important in almost every part of the globe. So I think one feedback that we received is, you know, the gaming folks really like to get something that's overclocked in terms of CPU, GPU. They want the highest end performance. So with secondly, when they go to a store, they want to easily be able to identify the best gaming device in a certain category of products. So we have a 765 and a 765G. A lot of the gaming enhancements are in the G. And if you're a gamer and you want to go buy a device, it's very easy to identify that the best category of devices in a certain price point with a certain 700 series come with the G. So it helps differentiate a gaming device versus others.
In technical perspective, the difference between the 765G and the non-G in what?
It's higher CPU, higher GPU,
higher clock,
higher CPU clock, higher GPU clock, and multiple gaming features. Like we have elite gaming.
Oh, so there's no elite gaming features in the 765. Oh, I see. But the follow-up question is, we see right now we have a lot of gaming device, smartphone with gaming centric features like a Black Shark, ROG, Razer, and you can have there's a lot of model that already in the market. But all of them using the 800 series. Now, why? I mean, I still don't get it why the 700 has a G, but yeah.
Well, I mean, if you look at obviously, as you know, the flagship devices, but all the devices you mentioned use Snapdragon.
Yeah, use Snapdragon. Yeah.
So all of them obviously have a very high performance in terms of gaming. But like I said, I mean, gaming is popular in every tier of device. So it all comes down to affordability. You know, some individuals cannot afford flagship devices. So for a certain category of products, certain price point, you want to be able to still play games, still be able to differentiate. So that's why I think we're trying to differentiate that class of products with saying, hey, here's a G. Obviously, with our premium and flagship devices, we offer the best of like AI, the best of gaming, the best of everything. So it's very easy to identify that with the 8 series.
Snapdragon is the best, guys. Over all of the gaming smartphone out there using a Snapdragon. Yeah. I would like to ask how's the thinking process of making a smartphone? How the thinking process of the making SoC? Why why it has to be octa-core? Why you have 3 cluster on it, and for the affordable one maybe just quad-core it's enough? How the thinking process in Qualcomm? So this is the optimal is we use the octa-core, not deca-core.
Yeah. So obviously we start defining platforms 2 years in advance, especially flagship type devices.
2 years in advance.
2 years in advance.
So you have to know the trend for 2 years from now.
Yes. So we're actually literally right now closing the definition of the chip we're gonna, or the platform we'll be shipping 2 years out. So it usually takes that long in terms of defining products. We do a lot of research, do a lot of market research with consumers. We understand what exactly they want. We work with carriers to understand where the networks are evolving. We work with a lot of ISV partners. We work with you know, many other partners like Google and stuff to understand where things are going. So in general, we work with several of these partners to understand what is the optimal performance that's needed. Then we have a lot of mechanisms in software, a lot of mechanisms in terms of simulation that we do to understand like how much of the loading should be on GPU, how much of it should be on CPU, and then we try to understand exactly how we should size up these platforms for a particular platform. So it happens 2 years in advance, and it depends on how we want to size the cores. Do we want to run stuff on the CPU? And you know, as you know, more and more stuff is moving towards AI, moving towards 5G. So there's a lot more emphasis on increasing our vector extension, increasing our hexagon DSP versus on the CPU. So that's a lot of the data, the analysis that we do to understand like all the network stuff, you know, all the different AI networks that are happening. So there's a lot of work that happens in trying to understand how to size a platform. Obviously, cost being one of the important factors.
So you have to be really clever to work for Qualcomm.
No. There's a lot of smart engineers around.
So it's a team. It's a team. Not only you.
No. There's a lot of smart engineers that do all the work. I just market it.
And actually, there's a lot of my viewers, the viewers of this channel, who were questioning how to be like a engineer who works for Qualcomm. How can they be like you?
How can they be like me? No, I think in general though, the key is to obviously think outside the box. The key is to never stop, you know, always take risks. There's no harm, right? Because it's only after you try certain things, after you focus on it, you know, do whatever you want with a passion. And I think, you know, there's no doubt. It's not necessary that, you know, technology in general is obviously very cool. So whether you're working on any particular part of technology, you're working on applications, all of these things are what's the future for what we're going to do, see with smartphones. So I think the key is to continue innovating, continue driving stuff in the market. And I think that's...
Okay. Technology is shaping our future. Like the AI, for example, maybe right now AI on the Snapdragon 865 can not only dictate speech into text, but also into the voice as well. It can be a lot of things like maybe we should not to learn a foreign language anymore. I mean, it's gonna change the world. Aren't you like nervous, or maybe you're afraid that might what you do might harm the world, or maybe change the world in a better way?
Change the world in a better way. I don't think. I think if you look at it, I mean, obviously there's, if you look at technology as such, it's not necessarily phones is obviously important. If you look at XR glasses, if you look at AR glasses, you're going to experience something that you could never experience before, right? So you could be sitting in any part of the world. You could be in Indonesia, you could be anywhere. You could put an XR glass and you could be joining us here in Maui, watching the Snapdragon event live.
Yeah.
So I think there's technology that's just going to change for the better. And I think there's a lot of innovation that's going to keep happening over the next several years.
Okay. Man, that's all that I have the question for now. Thank you very much. That's a really good answer. And I hope you guys right now know, follow your heart. Mr. Kedar say that, yeah?
That's right.
Just willing to take the risk because technology is cool. Okay?
Don't ever stop watching Moldy's channel.
Don't ever stop watching me, okay?
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Subscribe, Yaso.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey,
what do you think about Tesla Cybertruck?
So I was at the event.
Yeah.
It's bigger than it looks in pictures. It is huge in person. It is big.